Hey folks, PCoutcast here, back with more Tower of Time. Yes, we are 3 hours in and we've completed 30% of the entrance. This game could go on for quite a while. So we apparently have completed one part of the main quest. It's also completed one side quest. Got 2 out of 3 blueprints, no enchant scrolls. We've done 4 of the 13 battles, found 1 secret room out of 2, and 19 out of 22 chests. It's interesting. Okay, so Rick is going to be joining us. He does not make any, because he currently is not positively aligned, so he's not adding any mana regen. It's kind of interesting though. If he was aligned, he would be adding mana regen to the party. Okay, so we could go back, right, and do the whole Syndros thing. South Caves, is that something? South Caves, I don't think so. There's also this battle. Now that I have 3 people, that might actually work. Deep well, wooden door. Aha. Interesting. Oh. Okay. What's the deal with that? Poor souls, looks like they became stranded on the other side when the bridge collapsed. They tried to make it to the lower level, but the rope was too short. Yeah, by like a lot. Wonder why no one came to help them. Were they the last people living here? They must have lingered through long days of despair before Syndros took them. Horrible way to die. A shame they did not take proper safety precautions and foresee such a potential disaster. Well, yeah. Broken bridge. Your champions consider the possibility of repairing the broken bridge, but then decide it would take too long to do so. Really? Come on. So we literally can't go that way? At all? Can't even fix it? That stinks. Grand Hall. Get the gold. Deep well. I see only darkness in this well. I wonder how deep it is. Shall we check? Yes. Throw us down. How deep is this well? One of your champions picks up a heavy stone and throws it down the well. No sound comes for a long time. It must be very deep indeed. Then as your champions turn to leave, they are startled by a very loud noise. After a few seconds, a distant flash announces the arrival of the enemies. What? Aha, so that's, oh, that's quite a few enemies. Their health is not particularly high. We got Risen Adept, Archer, Warrior, a Dead Knight, and a Magi Spirit, and of course we have no choice but to fight because they ambushed us. Right, so... Interesting. Nice horns, dude. Or is that like, it's not a, is it horns growing out of his head, or is it, no, I was thinking it might be a crown, but it is actually horns. Okay. So he's got this earth blessing thing, he can heal, and he can summon an ent, which is quite nice indeed. So where is everybody coming from, is the question. They can come from behind us. Oh, they can come from like every angle. And they are coming from over there. That is a Risen Adept. That's a Risen Adept. And that is an Archer. These guys are both mages, right? I'm wondering which way I should do this. Okay, so she is going to obviously have to start attacking. She is being targeted by those guys. Oh, there's a lot of them. Eee. He has a good range on him. I think he should summon the ent over, yeah. What happens if it's when it's summoned? Is there anything? Oh, it can do like a taunt, right? So like I can wait until they're like here-ish and then summon them? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, she Not ready yet. That guy is going to be dead in a second. Okay, now you are going to do the Ent right there. And you are going to start blasting people with fire and things. Yeah, good? Oh, nice. You can run ahead. Start bashing. Oh, he's gonna totally murder everything. Excellent. And you guys are gonna go deal with those guys. Or you are going to deal with those guys. Fine. You should probably move up. I mean, I don't want her wasting her fire. Oh, he's dead. He got dead. There's nobody coming from behind? No? Oh, yes there is. Go get him. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Okay, you can wait for that thing and then jump forward. Oh yeah, get wrecked. Nice. Love that extra damage. Really, really nice. He should probably... Oh yeah, we still have lots more. Let's do the whole thing. You can also fire on them. You do that. You summon your Ent over there. Perfect. That guy is going down hard. Or hardly going down, depending on how you look at it. That guy's dying. He is dying really, really fast. What's this? Taunt. Taunts enemies in range, forcing them to attack Kane. They're targeting him. No, I want you to attack me. Excellent. Nice. Jump in there and bash those guys. Nice one. Working well. Ent is handling things over there. Let's maybe, let's try the wall. How far can you? Yeah, sure, there you go. Do the wall thingy. Nice. Oh, there is stuff coming in. You attack him. You. Nice. Oh, cool. Okay, you. Your health is not that bad yet. Can you do, Oh, your magic is full again. Nice. This guy is kind of tough. Should probably do this, though. You can definitely start using fire again. Attack! Nice. Yep, he's done. Get in there. Now he's possessed. That guy's gonna get murdered by the thing. Oh, and that's the end of the fight. Nice. And we got a prismatic wand. So the Ent did a lot of damage. I mean, lots and lots. Took lots, did lots. Interestingly enough, Kane actually dealt the least damage. I guess that makes sense. He received the most damage, which is good. Unfortunately, Maeve took quite a bit of damage. He also mitigated a lot of damage, so that's good. Good going, Kay. Perhaps next time you can see a bottomless pit in a magical upside-down tower full of angry walking skeletons. You'll think twice before chucking a rock into it. Bah! If it wasn't for a healthy bit of curiosity, we'd still both be hunting rabbits back in the hills and glades we roamed as children. Besides, if they are to come, let them come and face me man to man. I prefer direct confrontation to constantly watching the shadows behind my back. A fine sentiment if we knew the numbers and nature of the danger we face. Since we don't, that kind of prideful thinking is likely to get us killed. Oh dear. And yes, so we got a staff that is more powerful, more damage per second, less total damage apparently. It does water damage instead of fire. It also has slow, stun, and daze. Reduces mana points. Since we're mostly fighting undead right now, I don't think switching from a fire to a water thing is going to be a good idea. Oop, chest. I think that's kind of crappy. Oh, what's this? Ancient History. Days of Old, Volume 1. During your exploration of the tower, your champions will find special books, Days of Old volumes. They will reveal the history of the land and explain much about what actually transpired in the past, why your land is so devastated, and what your true objective might be. You can replay them in the library. Cool. Cutscene.
This land was once a beautiful place. All 5 races lived in relative peace and harmony. Trade flourished and technological advancements were made. Humans were the most populous and occupied the central lands. Dwarves lived in the highlands of the west and built underground cities filled with precious stones. Elves were caretakers of vast living forests in the east. To the north, mighty frostlings ruled icy plains and frozen seas. To the south, mystical shadow people wandered great deserts. The world was in balance. There was no magic as we know it today. No mysterious powers over air or fire. No magic-fueled artifacts able to grind mountains to dust. There were godlike beings, rulers of 4 elements, but their power came from immortality and wisdom, not from mystical force. Instead, there was progress, technological advancements that gave races control over the world. Steam machines, electricity, amber stones which could harness the energy of the sun, medicine, metallurgy, and flying machines. People's ambitions raised ever higher. To reach the stars one day. Then, one day, strange globes of dark blue light began to appear in random places. People did not know what to make of them, but they soon learned that if touched, they were absorbed by the body, giving the person mystical powers. They could heal wounds, call rain to fertilize crops, or lift heavy objects. Most people assumed this power came from the earth itself as a reward for them being worthy or caring about the land so much. Only some doubted that and wondered where the power really came from and what would be the real price to pay for it.
All right. A little bit of lore. Your party stands motionless for a long time, lost in wild surmise. You sit transfixed on your crystal throne above. Tears of sadness streak the faces of you and your champions alike. In the vision, you saw the land as it had been in the old days, a place of beauty and wonder, filled with joy and wisdom. Much has been lost, yet the cause of the devastation remains unclear. It's one thing to know what has gone before, but quite another to actually be there. You recover slowly from this experience. You must find more volumes of this work. You must understand what has happened and your role in what is to come. Do you think it was ever truly like that? It's hard to imagine, looking at Artara today, but I have no reason to doubt the vision. But an entire world without magic, it doesn't seem plausible. Oh, on the contrary, it's more than plausible, it's a certainty. And Artara was a thriving, rich society before the magic arrived. You seem so confident of your assertion, noble elf, almost as if your people have evidence of the fact. Yes, we do have several ancient texts describing that which we consider trustworthy. Interesting. Okay. We've got a giant metal gate. This massive gate is closed. Your champions see no lock or obvious means of opening it. Except this giant lever. Yeah, not obvious. No obviousness at all whatsoever. We've got some sort of enemies. What are these foul green-skinned creatures? Uh-oh. Orcs, I take it? And where did they come from? I thought Philetas and we were the only living people in this tower. Clearly not. These humanoids are not native to our lands. They must originate from far across the great waters. There is no logical explanation how they arrived here. Perhaps these greenskins are responsible for the Risen? At the very least, they must be allies, else they'd have wiped each other out long ago. You always jump to such hasty assumptions. I sense these creatures have an affinity with magic, but none that I recognize. More time is required to ascertain what connections lie between the two, if any such connection does indeed exist. Right. Well, I mean, we can get into a fight, obviously. That's a possibility. Or we could save. You know, that might be an idea, too. Orc shaman. Speaking some other language. Sorry, friend, but we do not understand what you're saying. Blah, 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 blah. This is pointless. He doesn't understand what you're saying either. Use your hands, Kane. Kane grasps the blade of his sword, raising the weapon to his face, tipped toward the floor. He drops his head slightly, presenting himself in a somewhat vulnerable and non-aggressive manner. Oh. Combat. Okay, orc warriors, they are weak to water and air. Can I... Oh, now would be a really good time to change, swap out that wand for the water damage. So they are resistant to fire, weak to water and air. They've got Enraged and Earth Cry. What does Enraged do? State of Rage deals additional 6 physical damage on each attack, increases his movement speed by 50% last 10 seconds. Wow. Earth Cry conjures 1 droplet of decaying ooze that sprays over the ground, dealing 4 earth damage per second. Alright, well, we can't avoid the combat. He cannot change his, he can't change what he's using, right? No. He's got a lot of resistances. So does he. Okay. Everybody get ready. Ooh. Archery. Let's totally use arrow barrage. And that guy right there. Oh, he's blinded, and they're blinded. Nice. Nicely done. You can probably do Earth Blessing, would be a good idea. And you should probably jump ahead and, you know. Oh, sweet. course, he's using his fire blade, which is kind of not that great. Can you, like, finish him off? Okay, you're not doing very much damage. Come over here. Jump in there and bash the crap out of them. Nice. You should probably... Oh, right! You could do the int. To the nth degree. Not yet. Can you guys kind of deal with that guy? That'd be great. You're getting kind of getting your butt kicked there, dude. You do the int over there. Nice, now you can heal yourself up. No. From here to there. Excellent. You can also do the healing thing right there. Heal everybody up. You can do that. You can go and kill that guy. You're fully healed. I don't really want to do that. Let them beat up on that thing. Just give it some time. It's fine. We can relax over here. Let the int do its thing. And that's it. That went pretty good. This is a two-handed weapon. Does a lot of damage. Earth damage, stun chance, cleave damage, mastery. Okay, despite being completely and utterly not prepared for that fight, did okay. I see you. I only felt the others, but I actually see you. Oh, how wonderful it is to see another human being after all this time. You can speak? How can this be? I don't know what it's been like lying... you don't know what it's been like. Lying here in the darkness, thoughts of escape remained my only companion for so very long, till the voices came and told me there was no leaving this place. Something below in this tower is pulling us, keeping us, all of us, here. Nothing now but the incessant song whispers in the dark and a cold, numb feeling. I don't think he hears us, pitiful thing. This is no place to be trapped for eternity. The emerald magic sings again, calling, commanding, but we cannot go. The ancient spirit, Davron, whispers to us, tells us to stay, to ignore the emerald song. Can you hear his voice? He has whispered to us for so many, many years, and yet we are restless still. Will you help me? I beg of you. Destroy the magic that makes the song. Destroy it, so that I may follow Davron's whispers and finally know peace. Please. After his final plea, the skeleton falls motionless, staring into darkness above through hollow, lifeless eye sockets. These arisen must have been animated by an ancient and powerful work of magic, the likes of which I have no knowledge of, and I am well learned in the necromantic arts. Such a vile act, disturbing the peace of the departed. We must take it upon ourselves to destroy its source at once, the greenskins that brought it. Maybe this Davron can help. Let's just find a statue and be done with it. The skeleton knows more than he's letting on. We need to crack him while we have a chance. We need to crack him. Let the dead be. It is unwise and unnatural to parley with such creatures. Besides, for us to linger so he is aware of our presence yet can't communicate is to prolong his torment. Torment? How can a pile of animated bones suffer? If there's one thing that growing up in human fringe settlements taught me, it's that you never let an opportunity go to waste. Okay, you know, the more information we have of this place, the more likely we are to complete my Lord's task. Many times I have had to be persuasive to gather information, but always with the living. I don't know what proper etiquette dictates for the risen. Spurred by Kane's indecision, Maeve and Eric argued the matter heatedly, each set on defending their position without compromise. Watching them bicker, you feel their emotions and sense their thoughts even before they speak. You feel as though with the subtlest of thoughts, you could sway them both to your will. Ah, so this is an alignment choice. A resolution to the issue may consume valuable time unless you decide to intervene. Interrogate the skeleton, leave it be, let the party decide. So she wants us, oh boy. She wants us to interrogate it. Eric wants us to leave it. We can just let the party decide. I mean, unfortunately, it's not. If it was an argument between Kane and Eric, I would side with Eric because Kane has more alignment right now. But if since it's between Maeve and Eric, if I side with Eric, Maeve might go neutral. You know what? We're gonna risk it and see what happens with that. Leave the skeleton be. Yeah, Maeve's gonna go down one, Eric's gonna go up one. You focus your will on Maeve, suggesting the skeleton be left alone. If your backbone softens at the dealings with this risen, great spirits help us for what's to come. Maeve turns and storms off. Uh-oh. Okay, so she's dropped down by one, and he's come up by one, so that's good. Now we got a little bit of mana regen for the team. She only lost one, so that's not that big of a deal. I don't think. I hope. And we can't do anything with this. Alien totem? This totem is pulsing with green magic light. Table. Party finds strange items on the table. They must belong to the greenskins. They cannot understand their purpose and decide to leave them where they lay. What the hell is that thing? This is dinner? Small chests. A helmet. A quick steel great helm. Who can wear that? He cannot. She cannot. He can, and he might as well, because it gives extra armor. Same amount of resistances and things, just basically one more point of armor and 1 point in speed, but it's altogether better. So we got that. And what is this? Gold. And a small forge. Forges located in the tower allowed you to upgrade an item of your choice to a higher tier. Magic items green will be upgraded to ancient, blue, and ancient to relic, purple. Upgrading a relic will also add an enchantment slot. Forges are single use only. Do I want to upgrade any of these things? So she's using air and water bow. His... I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, oh, is it? Can he upgrade things other than weapons? So I can select these. Do I get to see? Hang on, before I activate it, I want to see if it shows me what the change is going to be before actually activating it. So if I say do this thing. No, I can't do that. Choose an item which you want to upgrade, drag and drop. No, that seems to be kind of I don't know, grayed out. So that's no. Okay, how about this? Forge can only be used once. Are you sure you want to upgrade this item? No, I am not. So that's currently green. I have no idea if I want to upgrade it or not. Can I upgrade these things too? I can. Old crossbow of poison is pretty good too. Does earth damage, armor penetration. Oh, I also have a vampiric's bow thing, which does air damage and grabs health. That's kind of cool, actually. Pardon me. Does the same amount, like roughly the same amount of damage. But actually regenerates her health with each hit. That's kind of cool. And this is a blue one, right? Which means it's already an ancient. What happens if I upgrade that? Let's try it. 2 damage and plus an enchantment slot. Okay, so she's going to switch over to that for sure. That's quite a bit more damage, and it can be enchanted. Does lose some magic. I do lose magic penetration and skill power increase, but that regenerating health with each hit sounds really useful. Okay, so this is now done, right? Can't be used again. Forge has lost its magic properties. You cannot upgrade anything else. Stepping over bodies all over. I feel like we're going like too far away, right? We need to go back and do some of these other things. We've got so many quests too. Look at all these things. So those are completed. That one's done. Ancient Forge. I could go and stick the lump of coal in there, perhaps heat it up. And do Syndros. I haven't found anything else that Syndros might be interested in. So I don't know. Oh, I've found something else. How do I get in here? What is that? Journal. Ruined Tower, day 34 of Syndros Media, 124 AS. As the village scribe, I start this journal to write down our history. What a joy! This place is all that Sleeth had promised and more. So much food, all locked in containers sealed with magic. Meat, fruit, and even cakes with cream, as if fresh from the dairy. Children are so happy here. They run around exploring every corner of the tower and run back excited with wide eyes telling us of what wonders they find. I remember the time when Sleeth came to our village to defend us from the shadows. The gentle slopes of Rant's Tor had served as pastures for our herds for generations, all lost in the great eruption. Along with the toxic fumes came the shadows. We were certain to die. Our only reprieve was due to the evil glee they took in killing their victims slowly. I do not wish to write more on that. It's better now to look to the future. Sleeth appeared as if from nowhere and rode into battle against them, wielding a furious white magic, and destroyed them all. Our savior, as we call him now, led us to this place, promising a sanctuary from the dying world above, and here we are, safe, warm, and with full bellies. Sleeth is urging us not to be complacent and to explore this level and find a way to deeper floors. We will heed his request and we'll find a way down. We owe him that much and more. We owe him our lives. Interesting. Okay, I just wanted to collect the gold. I didn't want to run out. Thank you. Is that gold? That's not gold. That's gold. Okay, that's another thingy. Another teleport thing. Oh, almost missed that gold. Okay, so we got some nasties over here. I don't know what they are. This looks like another fountain, and it's green. It looks suspiciously poisoned. Corrupted fountain. In this fountain there is no water, just a strange coagulated substance that emits faint green glow. One of your champions reaches down and touches it but recoils, his skin burned by the acidic jelly. Yeah. Okay, so we got enough money to upgrade Maeve. Oh, we also have a blueprint. Let's grab that. Basics of magic. Knowledge of magic is very limited now. It's passed down from generation to generation, yet it remains only a shadow of what the ancients could achieve. You hope that during your exploration of the tower you'll find books on the subject that will enlighten your mages and help you cultivate greater mastery of the arcane arts. You can train champions located at the mage tower to a maximum of level 4. Good to know. What the heck is this? Enchantment scrolls. Enchantments are powerful effects that can be imbued onto the item of your choice, and there are 40 enchantment types, some with various power. While extremely expensive, they often can change your combat tactics. Various item types, such as weapons or different armor types, can have their own unique enchantments. Life Drain. To enchant an item, click on Enchanting icon on character screen, or go to the blacksmith and click on Enchanting tab at the bottom. Select item category, click on the enchantment, and then click on the item. Only relic, purple items, are potent enough to hold an enchantment. It's indicated by a small purple circle on the item pop-up. Life Steal. 6% of damage dealt is recovered as health. That's really nice. Enchantment for a ranged weapon. You can add this enchantment to relic items. Sweet. Life Leech can be added to melee weapons. That's also 6%. I don't have anything for that. I can't read that. That is a chest that cannot be opened. That's cruel. Ancient Book. Modern Agriculture. Your champions find a book that apparently describes clever ways of cultivating the land. You take the book to give it to the farmers in the city. Despite the weak soil and weaker sunlight, perhaps they'll benefit from this ancient wisdom. Black Book. The Dark Tome has an uncanny air of menace about it. Inside, you see pictures of shadows of various shapes and sizes, with detailed notes alongside. You do not understand this language, yet a creeping dread comes across you. Perhaps your champions can come back later when you have courage to study it. I think that's it. Just those 2 ancient books. And some gold. And another enchantment thing. Let's just scroll. Ancient scrolls are scattered across the tower. You can deduce the effect of the scroll by reading its description. If you decide to use it, select Champion and click on Activate. If you do not wish to do so, click Drop. Once dropped, preservation magic of the scroll is lost and it burns to ash. Positive or negative effects. Scrolls contain powerful incantations able to increase various statistics of a champion. However, they can also contain a sacrificial effect, decreasing your champion's statistics for the greater good. Although with all the ancients long gone, this effect is lost forever. Lesser Scrolls. Mana has always existed in a weaker form on Artara, but only with the coming of the mysterious mana nodes did magic become accessible to any but a few individuals from each race. The mastery of mana has eluded all analysis. Truly, it is an irresistible blessing and an inescapable curse. Wield it, yet beware lest it wields you. Plus 10 mana. One of your champions can break the seal and activate the scroll. Well, obviously, plus 10 mana is probably a good idea. Okay. There those guys still are over there. Living quarters, there's some more gold. Some rusted tools. Remnants of some tools, nothing of use. Okay, this place is freaking massive. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Place is massive. Let's head back. No. Let's head back to the city. And we will... So we can upgrade this. If I want to level him up. These guys... I mean, these guys still can level up quite a bit. So I think I'm going to leave him. Not spend that money on that. I'm going to... I can level him up too, but I'm going to do her instead. I think. Start with her. We have not enough money to do much of anything else. Okay, she's got some attribute points, so we'll do speed. Speed. We'll max out speed. Let's do that. Skill tree. She's just uncovered a new thing, bear traps. Set multiple traps which root enemies. Traps activate after 3 seconds. Radius is 3 meters. Number of traps 4. Damage 30 physical. 36 with mastery. Roots for 6 seconds. That's pretty nice. Can kind of stop them if they get too close. So she does have this, right? Like that ability is already activated. Looks like it. Okay. Smoke screen. We can do reduced mana points, reduced cooldown, increased meters, duration, blind duration. This one costs more, does more damage. Blind lasts longer. Fire, we can do... Can we do either? It's kind of interesting. You can kind of do like a combination. It looks like... I thought you were like restricted to one side or the other, but apparently you can just do more. Increases critical chance 3%. Or explosive projectiles. Explosive radius. Nice. That is very nice. I think I'm going to go with this. Because right now we are not fighting... I mean, we're starting to fight some stuff that's not undead. Open that one up, and blind duration or pushes enemies back and increases damage. I like this blinding effect. That's really cool. We're going to do that. We're going to just max that out right there. Okay, and that's where we'll leave it for this episode. Thanks very much for joining me. See you next time.